Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to do a picture in the Magical Dawn book by Hanna Karlzon. And since it is February, I thought I would do a picture in here. There's a heart, and I thought I would use that one. And I'm going to kind of do it in the same colors as I've done the whole book here. I've done it kind of in these muted tones. Every page in here, so I was just going to I'm just showing you what they all have kind of got the same coloring to them. There's one more in here. Not sure where it is. There it is. This one has just a bit more blue to it, but they've all got about the same colors. And in fact, I have them in a little ponytail holder over here that I just stick all the pencils into. So this beautiful heart is the one we are going to be doing, and I'm going to do it in the same shades. And today we're going to do kind of the pinks and the greens in here. So I'll do the leaves and the flowers. I'm not sure about the ribbons, if I'm going to do those in purple or not, but I have those sitting on the side, and depending on how far we get, we will check that out. I will be inking the background just kind of like the same way I did the inking here with Victorian Velvet in Distress ink. Okay, so I will bring you down to the pictures so we can get a better look at where I'm going to start. And we will start in this area here. And I'm going to go ahead and do the leaf. Now, I've done another video on how I do the leaves here, but we're going to do them again. So we start off with the moss green, and that's PC 1097. We're going to be adding in some of the Putty Beige, which is 1083. And then the last step, we're going to go in with the green ochre, which is 1091. And I will hopefully leave a link down below on those. So we're going to go in first with the moss green. And we're going to color in these areas in the darkest spots. And kind of bring it up. And come back on the other side. This is how I did the leaves on the other pages. I liked how they turned out, so I kind of in my mind wanted to have this book cohesive. Kind of all the same coloring in it. I don't know why, but thought it'd be fun for someone who looks at it later in life, that it all kind of blended together. Excuse me. So sorry. We've had a bit of a cold snap here, and it's starting to get to me. This is the Putty Beige, and we're just going in the center, kind of lightly, and just blurring those together. Okay, then we're going to go in again with the mossy green and kind of darken that just up a bit more. I'm just putting a little more pressure on it to get it darker. It's funny, around here it seems like every year the Super Bowl rolls around. Doesn't matter what weekend the Super Bowl comes on. We have to make sure we have a pantry full of groceries and a couple of dinners put away. There's no doubt it's going to snow on that day. So this is the green ochre that we're putting in on the edge. It kind of gives it a golden tone, and we're just going to bring that up. Just kind of where you want a little more depth in your leaf. And this is how we're going to do every little leaf we've got. And then just kind of bring it down on one side and darken it up. And there we have our leaf. Got myself a brush. I should be using it. Now if you think anything needs to be blended a little better, you can bring in white. And just blend it in a better. Aren't these cute? One of my friends on Facebook was so gracious and got me those. So I have one for a couple of my pencils. She gave me a set. Really nice pen holders, or pencil holders. So I'm going to go ahead and do another leaf. Probably this little teeny guy over here. I don't want to have too long of a video here for you. So we're just going to show you a couple of the leaves. This is the moss green again. And just kind of bring it up and bring it back down in the color. And then the putty. Just bringing those two together. And the green ochre. And bring it up. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and show you how we do the little flower here. And I'm going to do this one with the, black raspberry coming up this way. And then I'm going to bring it down on the outside. I'm putting a bit of pressure up here at the top and then lightening it when I come down. Same here as putting a lot of pressure here and then lightening it as I come up. And we're going to do that on every petal. So, how are you guys doing? Do you have any weird weather hitting you guys? I'm going to have the snow stick around. We're in the teens at night. We're not even going to reach freezing for a couple days. But at least the sun's out today. It's drying up our roads a little bit. But come Thursday, this is Wednesday, this is Tuesday. So we got a couple days here of just what we have on the ground. And then we will get this tiny little reprieve. So any more shopping we want to do, we want to get done now. Okay, this is the clay rose, and I'm just going to bring it up into this color and bring it down a little bit. Not all the way. Just up in here and then down. And on the other side, it's up and then blend it in a little bit lighter up here. So come Thursday, we're going to get another pile of snow come down. So any shopping we need to do for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, because it's supposed to snow on those 3 days, we'll get done all at once. So we won't have to go out on those days. Okay, so we bring that up quite high but very lightly, because we're just going to blend that right into the Rosy Beige and bring it up to the top and down to the bottom. And this is how I'm going to do all the flowers. I just want to run it over everything so it all blends together. And that will dull up the black raspberry that I have, but we will just go over it again. We'll dust that off. And then bring back in a little more of the black raspberry just on top of it. And also up on the top of the leaves too. There we go. Now in the center of the leaves, I'm just going to put the darkest color inside here. And on the edges of these little petals. And then we'll bring in the second color, which is the clay rose, and do the same thing and just bring all the colors together. Just kind of blend them. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of the stickles or the stickles and these little tiny dots. And then we will probably blend in some of the Posca pen in there. If you'd like to blend a little more white, we can just add a little white on the tips here. Just make them stand out just a little bit more. I'll have to look up the Prisma white color for you, as I cannot read other than the number 9. I know that's not the number for it. Okay, so I will go ahead and color the rest of the flowers and the leaves, and then I'll be back and I will show you how we're going to do the ribbon and the heart itself and this gigantic gem we've got going here. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. The flowers are done and so are the leaves, and I'm going to go ahead and do the heart and the ribbon in purples. And the purple colors we'll be using are the Black Grape 996, Great Lavender 1026, and the Parma Violet 1008. Not in that order. We're going to do the Black Grape first, then we will go in with the Parma Violet, and then the Great Lavender at the end. And I'm kind of going to go ahead and start with the Black Grape, and we're going to go, I don't know if I can get you down a little closer to this. Okay, we're going to start in a darkish area. Okay, and then I'm going to just bring it up. And then we're just going to kind of do it in kind of a splotchy fashion. Not really where the shadows go, just kind of giving it a shine, kind of like. So we will start both of those here. And then we will go in with the Parma and blend that in with it and bring it up. And then go in with the Grape Lavender. And just bring that up to the leaf. And same on this side. And we'll just kind of be going around the heart and doing it dark and light, dark and light, dark and light. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is the bottom portion here, because I want this the darkest. So I'm going to start with the dark, or the black grape. Just making sure that's what it's called. I'm not going to go all the way up on one side. I'm going to keep it kind of off center here. Did it as dark as I could down here on the point, and then bringing it up lighter. And then we're going to put in the Parma Violet. And then we're going to go into the Grape Lavender. And I'm just kind of burnishing it so we have that nice gradient there. Same on the other side. We'll go in with the Parma Violet. And then the Grape Lavender. I'm going to stop about there and go back in with the Parma Violet. And put a little in this little teeny spot up here. And my little brush. Ah. Okay, then we will. Sorry about that. We're going to go into a darker area here, so we're just going to put in black grape. Bring it out on the top up here. And then go back in with the Parma Violet and bring that color up into this section. And then we will take the Grape Lavender and bring that up on the top up here to the ribbon. Okay, and just on the other side of the ribbon we'll add some, and then we will mix it in with the Parma Violet right in that spot. We'll get a little of it here, but not much. And then reblend it so that they match. Okay, now the other side. We have some of the gray lavender down here, so I'm going to stick it in there and pull some of it out here. And then go in with the Parma Violet and blend those two together. Bring it up. Go in with the dark. Go back in with the Parma Violet. And then we're going to go in with the grayed lavender. And that kind of gives us a variegated heart going around. And then we're going to work on the bows. And we're going to have shadows and darkness on each bow. So we're going to start at this one up here. And I'm going to put in the dark spots. So we're going to be dark under here. We're going to be dark where it creases here. We're going to be dark coming up here. On the same side, it's going to be dark coming up on this side. Dark underneath the fold here. Dark coming up here, but not quite as dark as it would be here, so we're going to put the darker part here. And a little bit of the dark under this leaf. Okay, I'm just kind of very lightly putting this down because I'm going to be deepening the color a little later, but I need to know where my darkest spots are going to be. Okay, we're going to have a dark here in this fold, which is not really a fold, it's just kind of a crease of the ribbon. This is going to be a high spot, so that's going to be the light. And then this comes out, so that's also going to be light, and these are going to be darker. Okay. Now I could go around the whole thing and do that for you. Dark under here. It's coming out from underneath the flower, so that's why that's the darkest. And then it comes up and then goes down, so it'll be darker here. This comes up and this goes down, so it's darker here. Same here. This will be coming up, but it has to be dark because of the leaf here, but it'll be lighter here. Then it comes down into a valley, I guess you can call it, in this area here. And all the way to this crease where it twists and flips. So if this part's dark on this flip, this side has to be dark on this side. Just helps the illusion of the twisting. And then the dark tails. Now everywhere I've left it kind of light, we're going to blend it in with the Parma Violet. Okay, and then the gray lavender. So I will go in with a darker touch on all this, but the gray lavender, excuse me, is going to be the light color. And you'll notice this when it gets darker, when I put more pressure on the dark. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and go around on all of them. And basically, on this heart, everything is sacramental. It's like you can cut it in half and fold it. They're the same on both sides. So this bow and this bow are the exact same bow. They're just reversed. So you just shade it the same way on this side. And also on this part is done the same way. So I will go ahead and color in this bow up here in darker pressure so you can see how it's going to look. So the darkest in here, and then let some of that really light color come out. Darken it up under here. And then bring some of that out. And just remember where your ups and downs are on your ribbon. Okay, then we come in with the Parma Violet. And then this is starting to look like a ribbon. Okay, then we bring in the gray lavender. And I am pushing pretty hard to get that one to blend to go down as a nice color. Okay, and if we got these areas too dark, we can go back in with the white and give it a little more highlight. So we can just put in a brighter note there, one there, a little down here, up here, around the corner, and then down in here. And you just play with it until you get the right color you want. And you can always go in and darken any of the areas you think need to be darker. And if you think they need to be darker still, you can go in with a black, which I do in the darkest areas. And darken it still. The black is the 935. And like right here where the line comes across, I would darken that and just go in a little bit under it. And like in this area here where it's the darkest, just helps define it a little bit. And then if you want, you can go over your existing black lines and darken them up. So these lines that come down, you can darken those. Just bring the black up, darken the side here, go across on this side, bring that down, darken that a little bit, and same with down here. You can add in your own lines too if you like. After all, it's your color book, and you can do what you want. Okay, so the ribbon's going to be done that way, and I'll go ahead and finish this little tie here, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera. So we can get back today and get the gem finished, and then we'll have this all set up for the background. And if the video isn't too long when I peek at it, maybe we'll get the background done today too. Woohoo! Wouldn't that be something? Okay, darkest color is the black grape. Come in with the Parma. Just kind of going over it all and bringing it out. Remember, that's our highest point. And we want the gray lavender in the highest point. And there we go. And we'll just bring it in. And like I said, excuse me, bring in the white where you want more white. And anywhere you need a little more darkness, go ahead and add it in. And just play with it until you get the desired effect that you want. And remember, you can always change all these colors too if you want to do this page. This is just the way I wanted to do it. So if you want to do the heart in pink or red, you know, go ahead. I think it would look really pretty in anything anybody wants to do. It's just a pretty page. Okay, I'm just going to add some of this under this curve here. And I'll just keep playing with this for a while. one of the relaxing parts of the coloring process. I like to play with it. So if I don't like it, I'll just keep going until I end up liking the way the ribbon goes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop now, and I will finish this off camera, and I will see if we have enough time to finish up or if I have to do a part 2. Okay, I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay, guys, this is what it looks like right now. And I'm going to have to give myself a cup of tea and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video now and do a part 2 on the gem, its setting, and the background done in the Distress ink. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in part 2. Take care, everybody.